Here's a rump post from 2013. Be prepared, there's a small chance that our horrendous leadership could unknowingly lead us into World War III. Yeah, because that would never happen in this day and administration, would it? 2-day-old take on Mam Danny. The people telling us Kamala would have been the same as Trump are the same group wondering why their candidate is about to lose by double digits to the likes of Andrew Cuomo. I can't wait for these establishment ghouls to suddenly find all the justifications in the world to not vote for the blue candidate in a general election. With Cuomo considering running independent, that's gonna be their reason, probably. On Thursday, this headline will be 4 weeks old. US expects more trade deals in next week or two, White House aide says. 4 weeks and still no trade deal. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wait, no, actually thank you for your lack of attention to this matter. Please don't hold the Republicans accountable. Kinda makes you wonder what the next distraction will be. Maybe back to tariffs again? No, it's a matter of time before the tariff strat gets nerfed. Thanks, Obama? Now that Obama's poll numbers are in the tailspin, watch for him to launch a strike in Libya or Iran. He is desperate. Well, I guess he had the concept of a plan. Trump in 2023. I would have a settlement in Ukraine and Russia in 24 hours. And yeah, what happens when reality actually hits? Oh, it's not really easy? Ending the war is more difficult than people would have any idea. Oh, whoa, so you couldn't just deal your way into peace in Ukraine? And it's a bit more nuanced than just ending it? Oh, wow. The endless wars must end. Oh wait, I'm President of the United States. I don't need to worry about the endless wars anymore. We now have complete and total control over the skies of Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. Pre-election Trump. I will be the peace president. If Kamala wins, you will have World War III within months. Post-election Trump. Give me all the smoke. I refuse any peace talks and will provoke World War III through dumb fuck conservative Truth Social. They don't hold themselves to any standards, so there's no bottom. Let's be specific here. Republican voters don't hold Republican politicians to any standards. They can directly contradict themselves within a matter of hours, and Republican voters will start parroting the new party line immediately. Never seen this kind of sheepishness except in 1930s Germany. Best part of the Iran deal, no war with Iran. Updated July 14th, 2015. Would be a real shame if the next president after this would revoke the Iran deal. So long to the Shanies. Iraq is building a nuke. I need 500,000 troops, 8 years, and $2 trillion. Iran is building a nuke. Give me 10 20-year-old pilots and 45 minutes in Iranian airspace. I think there was more than that in that special military operation, but carry on, girly pop. All those 20-year-old B-2 pilots out there, does the maker of this meme think they're on their private pilot ticket in a Cessna 172? I guarantee that's exactly what they would think if they understood the pilot training process. Oh wow, I've never seen milk spoil this fast. And from our favourite shitty subreddit, r/conservative. 9 hours ago, Trump nominated for Nobel Peace Prize over Iran-Israel ceasefire deal. And 5 hours later, Trump's Nobel Peace Prize nomination withdrawn. Perhaps we can give him a concept of a Nobel Peace Prize. He'll just invent his own. The wonderfully bigly Trump Global Peace Prize. Nah, I think it'd be called the Truth Prize or some shit like that. As he does with his own golf tournaments, he'll be a yearly winner. No leaks, right? Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video and my horrible Trump impression, you guys should totally press the subscribe button, cause if you want to help this gay guy reading stuff, it helps a lot. And hey, while we're going through so many right-wing grifters, why don't you name your least favourite one in the comments? Back to the video. The most impressive thing I've seen about the airstrikes in Iran is that there were no leaks from our admin. Kudos to Trump and Hegseth. On top of that, the military commanders didn't piss and shit themselves, and they wiped after they went to the toilet. Actually, I think the last one's a bit too generous for them. Breaking news, US strikes did not destroy Iranian nuclear sites, Intel reportedly finds. US airstrikes in Iran did not destroy key components of the country's nuclear facilities, as originally confirmed by Trump's administration. And even still, they secured their nuclear material. To all my fellow Americans who are hoping for a different outcome, I promise you, if you turn off the news and just focus on enjoying your life, the only changes you'll see are cheaper gas, didn't happen, cheaper groceries, yeah, no. Cost of living going down, less crime? Nope. Healthier ingredients in our food? No wars? And less pharmaceutical commercials. I promise you, once you detox from the 24-hour lying news cycle, your life will change. Yes, because if we'll cover our eyes and cover our ears, nothing's wrong. I just can't. Yay! We can't have a video on stupid Trump supporters without Looney Luma. I think even she would feel left out. Today, Nikki Haley went on CNBC and called for the US to bomb Iran. Nikki Haley wants more war in the Middle East, which means more dead US soldiers. The only person who's proven he won't create more wars is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the pro-peace candidate. And 5 months later, breaking news, President Trump confirms the US just bombed all 3 nuclear sites in Iran. He said all US planes are now on their way home. Thank you, President Trump. The existence of dissonance, being psychologically uncomfortable, will motivate the person to try and reduce the dissonance to achieve consonance. While dissonance is present, in addition to trying to reduce it, the person will actively avoid situations and information, which would likely increase the dissonance. Leon Festinger. It's wild how fast the narrative can flip depending on what's politically convenient. This type of cognitive dissonance isn't just ironic, it's dangerous when it shapes public discourse. If your principles change depending on the person in power, were they ever really principles? In other words, MAGA are stupid hypocrites and refuse to accept that they are wrong when provided with tangible evidence. Instead, they double down on ignorance. Well, how's that working out for you, huh? Is Charlie Smallswood feeling left out too? Barack Obama, we don't need 4 more years of chaos. I agree, let's get Trump back so we can have peace in Ukraine, Israel, and the Middle East again. Yes, because last time I checked, Ukraine is in peace and Israel isn't bombing people. I'm surprised and disappointed that chumps like Charlie Kirk have yet to choke while throating Trump's boon. Don't keep your hopes up, his feet are too small for that. Trump doesn't have a single thing that could trigger a gag reflex aside from his looks. Whoa, give the man his deserved respect. I heard his diaper smells can clear a room. Oh wow, of course a right-winger like Nancy is a grifter. Who could have seen that coming? This is where we should put party aside and stand for the oath we all took. Congress alone decides if we go to war. I join my colleagues on both sides, insisting we follow the Constitution. January 11th, 2024. Just texted POTUS to congratulate him. Greatest president in American history. I'm so speechless. He's done what no one else could ever do. Hypocrisy is like breathing to them. Oh yeah, we're living in peak hypocrisy. What's rich is Russia telling Israel not to bomb cities, and then literally sends waves of drone strikes into Ukraine in the same night. Anyone else remember this from 6 months ago? Sure is boring right now. Dear panicking Reddit user, hi, I'm part of the transition team that will help you navigate the massive changes that will be taking place under part 2 of the Trump administration. I understand that you've been led to believe that you'll be all sent to concentration camps. Well, those of you who aren't deported, JK. But the truth is a lot more boring. That's a really fucking good point, actually. What's been going on in El Salvador and all that? The milk is curdled. This is more relevant than ever. On the 1st of October 2024. Oh, they really should have seen this coming. Mom, I'm scared. I don't want to go to war. Honey, quit being selfish. I want a woman president. 8 months later, I wonder if reality is the same as this. Oh wait, I have a brain. They were just projecting. Who could have seen that coming? Trump is clearly too emotionally unstable to be a president. It must be his period. He'll take, cranberry juice. Is this a Hot Fuzz reference? Yes it is, I think. May told the House in January 2024 regarding transgender issues and children. We as legislators have an obligation to ensure that our children have no harm done to them. Yes, because transgender people are really the biggest threat to children. I wonder if this person cares about children. Oh, and Robert John May III, US Representative from South Carolina, was arrested this week on 10 counts of child charges. It's always the ones we most expect, I guess. Hating on his own plan. Trump pledges to make Junth a federal holiday in bid for black voters. President Donald Trump made a series of promises at a campaign event in Atlanta on Friday in a bid to woo black voters, including establishing Juneteenth, which commemorates the end of US slavery, as a federal holiday. I can't believe he lied. Again? Did he lie, or did the senile old man just forget? Of course, however you slice it, Donald Trump should not be president. Oh wow, he shouldn't be president? In other breaking news, air is consistent of air. He would certainly use it for good. I'm Elon Musk, CEO and CTO of a rocket company. Ask me anything. Zip2, PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity started off doing software engineering and now do aerospace and automotive. You have cemented yourself as a pioneer of both technology and business, and as such have an enormous amount of social capital. Have you considered making time to use it to push for social or political change? If you were to do so, what would you most likely address? Well, he's addressed a lot of things, and none of them have been being a good person. The internet never forgets. It's cat turd. See, a video of mine just doesn't feel whole without a shitty cat turd post. So let's give our warmest fuck yous to all of the right-wing Twitter shills out there. I just posted a small clip of Candace Owens at Real Candace at the hearing today. I don't think I've heard a conservative voice in a long time as impressive as this smart, bright young lady. She is an absolute rock star. I love her. Candace Owens to our troops. Get dishonorably discharged instead of following orders that they don't like. There's no defending this. Never liked her and never will. Sure, the left has Taylor Swift, but we have Cat Turd. Yeah, this shit not fake, by the way. Important to remember, bots don't have a memory longer than like a 5,000 character limit. Token limit is usually 2048, so like 8,000 characters or whereabouts. But I've seen some newer ones that go to 4,096 tokens. It's getting scary out there. Just a reminder that Trump is one of the most LGBT-friendly Republicans ever. Don't really get this rally. He shut down y'all's suicide hotline. Yeah, I think Trump is pro-LGBT like KFC is pro-chickens' lives. If they went back into the closet, they wouldn't be depressed. This fucking administration. An important thing to remember is that for these fascist types, every inch you give them, literally or figuratively, just emboldens them to demand more. If we all climb back into the closet, that won't be enough. They'll try and take us back to criminalization and McCarthy-era investigations and firings. And even that won't be enough for them. They could take us back to fucking public lynch mobs and burning at the stake. They'll do that too. Right, if you give the bully your lunch money, then they know you will keep giving them your lunch money. We do not get back the ground that we cede. Surely we're all still excited for a Musk SpaceX versus Boeing space race, right? Yeah guys, that's gonna be so cool! Buy more Tesla stock! And just like that, a space race is born. Boeing CEO, we're gonna beat Elon Musk to Mars. Yeah, I can't even lie. I still can't believe that despite the planes. Do it. Game on. Elon Musk, still in the CGI rendering phase. And Boeing, normal planes keep falling out the sky. Boeing planes fall out the sky. Panic. Giant space dildo keep exploding. Such success, much learning. They have launched that fucking thing at the cost of millions upon millions of dollars per launch. And what it seems like is the equivalent of getting a bunch of money and putting it in a field, covering it in gasoline, throwing a match on it, just to see if it gets set on fire. Yeah guys, cause that data is gonna be so good. I mean, nobody is on the giant space dildos. He wants 1 million people on Mars by 2050, and 1 out of 100 rockets explode. Meaning that 1 million divided by 100 equals 10,000 people would explode. Yeah, nah. Okay, yeah, 1 out of 100 rockets explode is the average, not the rule. That model space dildo has an 100% failure rate. 1 million times 100% is 1 million people exploding. But you never know. You could be the lucky one that makes it. Just don't do the odds. Who's gambling now, huh? Trump accuses Zelensky of gambling with World War III. Also, I think my shitty Trump impression has gotten a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think I'm doing pretty well. Oh, the media literacy final boss. Made a cyberpunk city with Palantir as the central mega corporation. This late stage capitalism era of dick riding companies will never cease to amaze me. Palantir, $200 incoming. St. Carp is protecting America. No. They're always tech bros. They're always tech bros, aren't they? Triangles are my favorite. $143. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah, only because I put my whole paycheck into it and I'm putting thousands of dollars into trying to make a quick buck. Lol, don't do this. Enough people already think Palantir is Cyberdyne Systems. Oh yeah, that's on them. Do you guys understand media, or just consume it mindlessly? Be specific. Generally, I ignore most media, cause I personally don't care. The second one, got it. Don't they realize that cyberpunk is a dystopian genre? Yeah, but they think they'll be the corpo bigwigs instead of the gonks barely scraping by. The crypto bro and tech bro mindset, pretty much. Thinking that they're scamming people instead of people scamming them. What does it even say at this point? I wonder how long in my lifetime I'll see TDS. How long till after he passes he'll still be rent-free in people's head. It'll never pass. Media narratives are incredibly difficult to reverse. Once people believe something and make it a part of their identity, it's almost impossible to get them to understand the truth. You could sit people down, conclusively demonstrate that every part of their story they believe is a lie, and these people will reject your information. Wow, Jesus Christ, that this self-unaware. Wow. But should I really have expected anything better? A 103-year-old Nazi soldier in his Argentinian deathbed. The media are still suffering from Hitler derangement syndrome, shaking my head. Lol, exactly what I was thinking. Or literally any trashy historical figure. Imagine being alive in 80 years and reading a history book where they try to rationally explain Trump's behavior, and this guy being like, oh my god, even historians have TDS. History is woke, and that's the real problem here. They may genuinely believe that. Oh, not may, they certainly do. I calmly explained that murdering millions of innocent people is a good thing actually, but they refuse to accept it. They must be crazy. You basically described the Nuremberg trial testimony. In the business, we call this foreshadowing.